Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name's Sophie and this channel is chronicling my attempt to get my life back after being diagnosed with preload failure. So it's been a minute. I have not been feeling the greatest, so I haven't really been up to making a video. I am feeling a little bit better today, so I thought I would just do an update as to what's been going on with me since I got home from the Poconos a couple weeks ago. I've been to a couple doctor appointments, I've had lab work, so I just wanted to sort of get you all caught up. I saw my doctor who diagnosed me with preload failure, and we're not changing anything right now, so everything's staying the same in terms of my medication that I'm taking, the Mestinon. It's still a balancing act between the Lasix, the swelling, the preload failure. I'm still messing around with my diet and trying to find somewhat of a happy medium with that. I'm not being successful at all, as I will get to in a second. He did order a cardiopulmonary exercise test that will be done eventually. The hospital is the only one in the area that is currently doing them, so they are really backed up. I don't know when that will happen. What else? I saw my primary doctor just to sort of bring her up to speed as to everything that's been going on. I hadn't seen her in 2 months, so a lot of doctor appointments and a lot of tests to talk about with her. Again, nothing really changed. We did order a bunch of blood work before my appointment. So my hemoglobin A1C, or the measure of your blood sugar over the past 3 months, had been borderline diabetic. So it had been 5.6, and as I've said in previous videos, I have been doing a ketogenic diet since March 1st, and my hemoglobin A1C is now 4.9, which is the lowest it's ever been. I'm not saying this is what's right for you. Don't take any about what I say as medical advice. I'm not a doctor. This is between what works for me and what my doctors are telling me to do and continue to do or not to do. So please, before making any changes, talk to your doctor about you and your situation. Do not take my word that what I am doing is right for you, even if we have the same symptoms. With that out of the way, my hemoglobin A1C was improved. My potassium also greatly improved. I'm not sure how much of that is due to the ketogenic diet. I have been eating a lot of refried beans lately, and they do have a healthy dose of potassium in them. So my guess is it has more to do with the refried beans than the ketogenic diet per se, since at the beginning of March when I went to the ER, I was on the ketogenic diet and my potassium was too low. So I think it was the refried beans. I'm still eating them almost every day. I am trying to not get sick of them, but I've been eating them for almost 2 weeks straight now, so I'm thinking a break is necessary soon. We checked some inflammation markers, so my sed rate and my complements, and they are both still elevated. Not as elevated as they have been the past 4 or so times. They have been trending down, so that's a good sign. My vitamin D is elevated, not too high, but almost, so the range goes from like 20 to 100, I think, and mine was at 98. So I have not been taking my vitamin D this week. Oddly enough, I chose a bad week to not take it. It's been rainy, and so I haven't been outside at all this week. I'll probably take it maybe every other week, just depending on the weather and whether or not I'm outside. We also checked my thyroid because I am on Synthroid, and my thyroid was perfectly fine. I only take Synthroid every other day at the moment. I take it Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I was hoping to be able to stop it. My primary doctor does not want me to, so I guess I'm not stopping it. Though it was not in my pill box this week, so I will have to add it back in next week. What else? We checked my cholesterol, which was currently really high, higher than it's ever been. But on the ketogenic diet, I am dropping a lot of weight very quickly, so I would expect my cholesterol to be high. So in a few months, when the weight loss has sort of stopped and calmed itself down, sorry guys, We will check my cholesterol again, and then I will continue to mess around with my diet and try to figure out how to get everything to line up and be good, if that's possible. Sticking with diet, so got back from the Poconos. My heart rate had stopped being so high when I got out of bed. My blood pressure was stable in like 100s over 70s, and that lasted for about a week and a half. And now my blood pressure is starting to be really low again, and my heart rate is getting higher when I get out of bed. I'm assuming this just goes back to the preload failure. So what I'm attempting to do is just get more fluids in general, and seeing if the fluids by themselves will improve the situation. Because I know increasing sodium and or increasing carbs just makes me retain a bunch of fluid. Yes, it improves my blood pressure and my heart rate, but I also get worse edema with a higher heart rate when I'm doing activity and more shortness of breath because of the increased fluid. So I'm working on figuring out a balance there. I also did schedule my dental work that needs to be done. The increase in the Mestinon does seem to be helping, as long as I also use the Biotine mouthwash before naps, and or I have the Xylomelts. I don't have them in here, but they're like little, they almost look like little candies that you literally like stick on your gums, and because of the taste of them, your body will produce saliva, and they slowly release xylitol throughout when you're sleeping, or when you're awake if you need them when you're awake also. And that has been helping me through the night when I'm sleeping, so when I'm in bed for a longer time and I'm not drinking any fluids, I have not been waking up with my inside of my gum stuck to my back molars. I have fallen asleep, just a short nap, without either the Biotine mouthwash or the Xylomelts, and did wake up to both of my upper gums stuck to my back molars, which is where most of my dental problems are currently. So that is something I will continue to do because it seems to be helping. But lately, the past few days, I've just been really tired, really lightheaded, dizzy, floaty, kind of like I don't really know where my body is in space. I've been really off balance. I'm not sure what that's about. I don't know if it's the weather. We've had some storms come through the last couple days, and it's rained all day today. Though I have felt better today. Yesterday was really rough when the front was initially moving through. Maybe it was weather related. I did have more carbs than normal yesterday, thinking, well, maybe it's carb related. I don't know. A lot of times when things like that just happen out of nowhere for no really good explanation, I don't really know what area of my life to look at, because my diet didn't change, my fluid intake didn't change, my activity level didn't change, my sleep didn't change. And those are all the things I sort of keep track on, like on a daily basis. So when I can't pinpoint it with something there, I have to sort of think outside of what I'm doing and sort of go to, well, maybe it's the weather. I don't know. But the weather is supposed to improve, so hopefully with that I will feel better. Like I said, I did feel better today, not as lightheaded. So that is my update. That is why I have not made a video since I got back from the Poconos last week. I will hopefully be back to making videos this weekend, next week, maybe. This week I'm not really going to have an update on Sunday because I haven't done anything this week because I haven't felt good. So unless I can think of another video to make for this weekend, I will attempt to start again next week, when I will hopefully feel better as the weather improves. I just wanted to let you guys know where I've been and where things are currently. Basically status quo, and still trying to figure out diet with fluid and sodium. Yeah. So I hope you guys are having a good day whenever you are seeing this, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.